So you're thinking about buying a luxury home in Dallas and you want a few tips of how to negotiate the best deal for you and your family? Well, thank you for visiting my channel. My name is Lamont and this channel is called Luxury Homes in Dallas. Today, I'm going to give you 7 tips that may help you negotiate a better deal on that purchase of your next home. Okay, so before we get started, please, if you find this valuable, click on the link, click on the subscription button, hit the notification bell, so you can be made aware of properties that may be coming to market shortly in the Dallas area. Okay, so without further ado, let me start with number 1. Know your budget. Sounds simple, sounds easy, but the truth is everybody seems to spend, not everybody, but most people seem to spend 10% more than they originally wanted to. I don't know if it's a human condition or what, but if you're approved for $1 million, seemingly we look at homes for $1.1 million. If we're approved for $2 million, we look at homes for $2.2. I don't know what it is, but seemingly we do look for things over our budget. So just know your budget and try and stick to it. That's my first tip for how to negotiate a better deal on your next home. Okay, number 2, research market prices. Of course, I'm going to come to the realtor component in a moment, but you as a homeowner, do a little bit of research. Know what's sold out there on the open market in the MLS, but also be mindful of trends. Are we at the top of the market? Has it plateaued out? Or do you think there's still room for appreciation? So do a little bit of research on your own. That will serve you well. Okay, number 3 is easy. Get pre-approved. Obviously, that's going to strengthen your offer, but get a very strong letter from your lender, one that's already got some conditions removed. So go through the pre-approval process earlier. Make sure you're almost clear to close, only subject to the property's appraisal and, of course, any inspections that need to be done. But really go through the effort of getting pre-approved before you submit an offer. Okay, number 4. Of course, I'm going to say this is the most important one, but use a professional and experienced real estate agent. Somebody that knows the neighborhood, maybe even lives in the neighborhood, but of course has sold homes in that neighborhood. That seasoned professional is going to put your interests at heart. They're going to absolutely work really hard for you. And the real value of a professional real estate agent when representing you as a buyer is the fact that not only have they done this for years and years and years, they're also going to help navigate through the inspection and any additional repairs to negotiate. I'll come to that in a moment. But the single most important reason why you should consider hiring a real estate agent is because they probably know the agent on the other side. And certainly we do collaborate in being able to create a win-win for all parties, because ultimately the buyer wants the house, the seller wants to sell the house, and a lot does come down to the 2 cooperating agents that are trying to best represent their side of the deal. So make sure you're working with a seasoned professional who knows the neighborhood that you want to buy a house in. Okay, number 5, have the property inspected thoroughly. We're not just talking about a general inspection. We also need to make sure that we have additional inspections that might be identified from the general inspection. How is the roof? How's the foundation? Are there any termites? There's all kinds of additional inspections beyond the general inspection, particularly if there's a swimming pool or a hot tub or a spa and so forth. So make sure that you have the property thoroughly inspected and you and your realtor identify key areas that may create concern, not just for you as a potential buyer, but potentially for your lender as well. So have the property thoroughly inspected, and then we can negotiate additional proceeds to either make those repairs or give you some money back in lieu of those repairs. Okay, number 6. When negotiating for this contract, you need to be firm and flexible. So you're going to take 2 stances here. And the reason why that's important is because we need to come across to the seller that we're very, very serious. We really want the house, and we basically set our position early as firm. However, we also have to be reasonable. So the idea of flexibility really relates to being able to compromise. Both parties want the same thing. So certainly be firm, but be willing to compromise as well. And the reason we say that is because there may be 5 things that you wish the seller to address from a repair perspective, but the seller may only want to address 2 of those things. So you have to be willing to be flexible, providing you get the most 2 important things addressed. So be firm, but also be flexible. Okay, one of the last tips as far as negotiating a successful transaction and getting you the best deal as a buyer is, of course, to stay calm and be patient. A lot of people try and rush and try and get to the finish line. But often the best deals are when buyers are patient, take their time. Things can take a little bit of time to negotiate the correct terms. So stay calm, be patient, and make sure you're in continuous communication with your professional licensed realtor. So there was 7 tips, pointers, ideas to help you negotiate a successful transaction as a buyer when looking for your next luxury home in Dallas. I hope this was of value to you. My name is Lamont, and if anybody from me and my team can help service you, if you're looking to buy a home, whether that's next week, next quarter, or next year, please feel free to hit us up, shoot us a text, send us an email, or of course, send us a DM, and all of the links are below. So until next time, cheerio.